Daily Mail hates him. Sounds familiar?
What I'd like to do right now is to take your bad half outside and do it in extremely physical discourtesy, and then buy your good half a pint of foaming nut brown ale. Cheers.
Of course he won't go on defended. The man's gutless.
Kind of real sixth form humour.
Well, I was, to put it elegantly, thoroughly pissed off. I've been had.
It's puerile, it's dangerous, it's unpleasant.
Yes, it's war.
They weren't fans, but victims of media scourge Chris Morris.
Day Today will be providing the most immediate coverage of any war ever fought.
He believes that such is the control that television has over people's lives, that only the most radical subversion, adopting the styles and modes of different kinds of television programs, notably current affairs, documentary and so forth, will really get people to sit up and take notice.
The mysterious zoology graduate first emerged playing pranks on local radio in his college town, Bristol, but since 1994 he's been producing some of TV's most subversive satire, and some of its weirdest.
Did you really prescribe my daughter half a kilo of heroin?
Chris Morris will never explain what he's doing to anybody. This is what he does. This is his art. This is his message. And if you're too stupid to understand it, then he's not going to bother to tell you.
There's an element in Chris of wanting to shock. Of course there is. And certainly he's aware of the power of shock.
Hey, who says AIDS guys are too puny to do tough stuff? This guy's got AIDS, and he's about to beat me in an arm wrestling. Oh, well done.
If you just turn on the TV, you would be sucked into thinking that there was, you know, that it was real. I think that was part of the point of it.
The fox feels nothing. It's made of string.
For a second night running, London's police are out in force clamping the homeless.
Homosexuals can't swim. They attract enemy radar.
The Murdoch papers tomorrow: crazed wolves in store, a bad mistake, admit mother care. And there's the same story in The Sun.
He's playing a part, and certainly the part in the Day Today was of a complete bastard.
Peter, you've lost the news!
Sorry.
Look like you mean it. Look down at the ground and say sorry.
I'm sorry.
Peter, next time you cross the road, don't bother looking.
He seizes so perfectly on the cadence of newscasters, of weather forecasters, of city forecasters.
The Day-to-Day smart bombs have nose-mounted cameras. This is Smart Bomb Stephen, and that is Susanna Gekkelois.
I'll be reporting from inside the fight.
Like some crazy Trojan. And keeping an eye on everything that's going on out there at the Day-to-Day news pipe, Douglas Trox. Chris. But first the weather from Sylvester Stewart.
What he's got is this wonderful use of the technology of television. The zooming cameras, the squares that disappear within squares. It's like an acid trip, really.
He further blurred the established lines by duping celebs into endorsing or opposing ludicrous, fabricated campaigns.
I had no idea it was a setup. None whatsoever. It was brilliantly executed.
They said it's medical ethics, and I thought,
Just say I attacked you now,
yeah.
Right? Would you beat me off?
Yes, but no more than that.
God, but how long would you beat me off for?
As long as it took.
Some of the phrases that I had to read, I had to say, if you like, were a bit strange.
Buff my pylon, give us a fag, you owe me two, so I'm letting you off the other one.
Cake is a bisterbile cranabolic amphetamide, which is a made-up psychoactive chemical.
Morris's made-up campaigns even saw questions asked in Parliament. It seems no one was safe from his satirical spoofs.
One girl threw up her own pelvis bone.
Why is it that they fall for the gag? Because they are incredibly stupid and incredibly venal and incredibly self-seeking.
I said, you know, why are you doing that? And his reaction was pretty much kind of like, and what do you do when somebody does that? I mean, you know, and that's the way people are.
I know. Somebody comes along to me and to help us find a Bifford, of course I'd try and help. But am I now to go and help the thing, somebody like Chris Morris is behind this, and they're going to try and turn me over? What good does he think he's doing?
It is fair game, and they really should know what they're talking about before they come and talk about it.
He didn't just spoof celebrities or members of Parliament. He even spoofed drug dealers on the All Saints Road by dressing up absurdly and walking down the All Saints Road trying to get them to sell him preposterous drugs.
Do you know of any yellow Benzenes?
What's yellow Benzenes?
I'll give you 30 quid for one Clarky cat.
What's a Clarky can? You're not making sense.
Cat, a Clarky cat.
He's not just afflicting one portion of society that he sees as being, in some sense, immoral or wrong, whatever you want to call it. He's prepared to take on everybody.
Welcome to Petergeddon.
People like this are everywhere.
That's why my own children are here with me. Good night, children. They're safe tonight. Are yours?
The now legendary and award-winning paedophile special made Morris public enemy #1 in the very press he was parodying.
His main aim was to attack the way certain tabloid newspapers deal with the subject of child abuse and paedophilia, the way they exploit it to sell newspapers, the way they create extraordinary popular delusions and madnesses in the mass of people on the subject, and the way they create a kind of modern witch hunt over it.
He has this gift for homing in on what people are liable to respond to.
Right. There. That is an indecent image, is it?
Yes.
Morris has never played the game or explained himself, and little is known of where he's taking his fight next. But tellingly, he may yet be able to count on the support of some old adversaries.
I was pissed off when he made a fool of me, but I'd fight like the devil to make sure that he had the right to do his programmes. You need people like Morris.
Thank God somebody's debunking the establishment on every level, because we all tend to take ourselves far too bloody seriously, let's be honest.
That's it. Good night.
Brass eye, brass neck more like.